Joining us here at Post 9 with his outlook, KraneShares founder and CEO, Jonathan Crane. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. Thanks for having me.
Where does that leave us? Something of a disappointing recovery push out of China in terms of the real economy. The market has suffered, but then you have others saying it just looks cheap now.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think the export numbers that came out, I think part of that also has to do with, global, situation and demand out there. So it's not just about the China opening up story. I just visited China 2 weeks ago for the first time in 3 years, and it was amazed to see how everything has come back strong. There's, everyone's back to work, a lot of traffic jams, restaurants are full. And, the story of China coming back and opening up is real. I think some of the initial numbers might have been aggressive, okay? And that's why everyone's saying, is this really, is the opening up story as strong as we anticipated? I think I think everyone's going to be positively surprised second half numbers. It takes time to open up a little bit,
Yeah. I guess the question, too, though, is it comes along with this more long-term idea that, there's just kind of a separation underway in terms of disintegration of the economies, us reshoring, things like that. Essentially, this idea that it just seems like less accommodating for our capital over there.
Yeah, I think a lot of the focus is geopolitics right now. And I think the opening up story at the beginning of this year was very strong. OK, we saw a lot of flows into KraneShares. And then you had a geopolitical event, the balloon.
Yeah, sure.
And I think since then, a lot of focus, the overhang on the China markets from a global perspective has been geopolitical. OK, I think that has to get solved. I know Secretary of State Blinken is going to be making a trip in a few weeks, which is a definitely positive movement. And so diplomacy is going to have to, take over now. There needs to be a stable, good communication relationship. But trade keeps increasing between U.S. and China. I think we're codependent on each other. OK, first and second largest economy. A lot of the S&P 500 companies, their growth is China, and that continues. So China's here to stay. It's we see a lot of opportunity.
But it's not going to get solved, right? There might be a little bit of a thaw and a little bit of easing tensions, some sort of diplomacy, great. But the overall direction we're moving in is not good. And I wonder, as an investment manager, if you worry about regulations or restrictions on Americans being able to invest in Chinese companies and what that would do for your ETFs.
Yeah, I think, that is an issue today. I don't think that will ever happen, okay? I think from the China perspective, they want to participate in U.S. capital markets. I think that the PCOB issue that people have talked about with the audits, that's going to get solved, and they're already in process, the first round. So I think that can go into a positive direction. But I think, I think stability around the relationship and communication, at least there's communication, is a start on the right path.
Yeah.